I also had one thought that we discussed what you mentioned previously about na Ukraine and в Ukraine. So maybe just for the audience, we can explain a little bit. I mean, for the American audience. So right, so like na Ukraine is like on Ukraine, right, and in в Ukraine it's in Ukraine.
Well, I mean, so my understanding is the Russians make this argument that it like Ukraine, like it's on the edge. It was the edge of the empire,
Yes.
so it means it's part of the empire, right? But what they ignore is the fact that in Ukrainian language, Ukraine means it's country, right? Land. It doesn't mean the edge. So the Russians interpret it in Russian language, and they try and argue that this was part, like the the Ukraine was part of the edge of our empire. So it's part. We have a right to call it our empire, right? And linguistically, it may seem silly, but I agree with the Ukrainians. No, it's in our country, Ukraine, right? Anyway, so most Americans will not. It's hard to understand without knowing the languages, but it's an important point. And I heard a very senior official recently say in a discussion, well, doesn't it mean on the edge? Because he knows Russian. But I was with a Ukrainian scholar, Ukrainian-American scholar, and he told him, no, he just made the argument. He said, that's not in Ukrainian what it means. You need to understand Ukrainian.
Yes, that's true. And it's so much related just for also understanding for the sovereignty of the countries.